Well, as the Ukraine-Russia war completes 500 days, the threat to the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant still remains. There are claims and counterclaims being thrown across regarding the threat around the power plant. Both the Ukrainian and Russian officials have escalated their rhetoric. Let's tell you about the claims by both Kyiv and Moscow. First, what is Kyiv saying? Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has claimed that there are serious threats that remain at the Russian-occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Kyiv further says that Moscow is planning to simulate an attack at the nuclear power plant. It has also said that the Russian military placed objectives that resemble explosives. These explosives are placed on the roof of several power units at the power plant. Kyiv further claims that the only threat to the plant is Russia and no one else. Zelenskyy had earlier warned that Russia is technically ready to provoke a local explosion at the station. Now over to Russia. Russia has separately made its own claims. It has accused Ukraine's military of planning an attack on the nuclear power plant. Moscow has claimed that Ukraine plans to drop ammunition laced with nuclear waste. The Kremlin has further issued a statement asserting on how Ukraine will attack the plant under the cover of darkness on July 5th. Russia says that Ukraine will attack using long-range precision equipment. Not only this, it claims that Ukraine will use kamikaze drones. Meanwhile, Ukraine's military has said that it had destroyed a Russian formation in the Russian-controlled Makivka in the frontline Donetsk region. Moscow had installed its officials there. Media reports say that one civilian was killed and dozens were wounded in attacks by Kyiv. For more on this, we were earlier joined by Dr. Paul Doffman from Paris. He is the chair of Nuclear Consulting Group and a visiting fellow at the Science Policy Research Unit at the University of Sussex. Listen in.
It won't be a Chernobyl. Chernobyl was a graphite-moderated reactor, and the pollution was thrown high into the atmosphere and could travel far. As I've said, the reactors are in cold shutdown. They're relatively well defended, but the key problem will be the spent nuclear fuel pods, which has a very great radiological inventory. So if anything happens, you could see a very severe radiological incident in Ukraine, potentially Russia, and in Eastern Europe. The consequences could be very great, especially considering the fact that Ukraine's grain feeds a significant population apart from Ukraine, in other words, in Africa.